What is up, disc golf fans? This is Derek Scull with Gatekeeper Media, and we got Chris German here with Gatekeeper Media as well. We are bringing you the 2018 Stafford Open presented by Innova Discs. This coverage is powered by Millennium Golf Discs.
Yeah, so we are here for round 2 lead card. Super exciting stuff. Andrew Fish in round 1 was able to break the course record. Gregg Barsby's only one stroke behind him, though. Matt Bell and Colten Montgomery are also on this card. I'm excited. I don't know about you.
I am too. I'm even more so excited watching Colten here, having never seen him on coverage before, or not much anyway.
Yeah, once or twice.
But so I really like to see how he plays at one of our local courses.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Being from Colorado, his Fish just throws that right into the tree. You can tell he's a little frustrated there. Right out of the hand, he knew it. And we have Gregg, who's going to be just one stroke behind him, the world champion.
So he's taking a minute to survey the fairway a little bit, see what's happening.
Yeah, I noticed he does that a lot because there's a lot of stuff you don't see when you see like post-production video. Is like when you're actually there filming it or there live, you could see like how he steps off the box, kind of looks around.
And hey, putting himself inside the circle off drive is pretty great. So yeah. I guess that survey worked for him.
Yeah, it's just that tree kind of got in the way. So Colten on the box, going a little bit of a higher route. Nice little Anheuser shot.
And he splits that tree, and he finds himself just outside the circle. Wow. Pin high, though.
Interesting reaction. that made it through that. That was something. So we have Matt Bell here. He was, I believe, the 2016 putting world champs.
I do believe so.
Please fact check us on that, people. But I'm pretty sure it was 2016. So.
But he gets a fortunate skip right up in there. He's got a little bit of obstruction in front of him, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, he'll straddle that. He'll be all right. So Andrew Fish, he has a little bit more work because he hit that early tree, but he lays that in. That's a makeable putt for him. Should be able to save his par. Colten's just outside the circle.
Yeah, he's going to run that, and he with success.
So we were talking about we wanted to see Colten play. It's a good start.
Yeah, right out of the gate, you know that your round 2 is going to be looking all right.
Yeah, I would say so. So we have the champ here. He's taking his time. So he's a little bit inside the circle. Something that we've seen him make many, many times before.
Oh, well,
maybe I jinxed him.
Except this time.
Yeah, I hope I didn't jinx him there. So Matt has a little bit of a straddle here.
Yeah, and he's got that stuff right on his back, so that's going to get in your head. But he doesn't let it bother him. He's gonna capitalize on that birdie as well.
I really don't like when you kind of have to bend over. Or there's like branches like over you. It's just really messes with your mental game. So Fish should be able to knock this in as well. It looks like he just got poked in the eye.
Yeah, that was probably not great.
No, I'm sorry.
He does maintain a par.
See them laughing it off. Gregg's going to also take the par here, so big shout out there is Benji. So he is caddying for the champ.
Yeah, one of the local guys. He's been showing us a lot of support since we've been in the game, so we want to give you a shout out for that as well.
So hole 1, both of the guys, Matt Bell and Colten, both taking birdies, so that's going to time up with Gregg here. So moving to hole 2. Par 4, 509 feet. Kind of want to get into this area where the drone is now. If you get up to where this down tree is, you're in a very good spot. You have a very easy upshot.
You're going to be able to see metal from that position in most areas there. And it's just a very gradual bend all the way to that right.
I would say as long as you're kind of getting up towards where Colten's going here.
And that's a late tree hit, but he's going to have an open look, relatively speaking.
Yeah, not terrible. You're able to make up a lot of that ground anyway. So Matt's on the box. I think we'll see probably just like a nice little turnover here, yeah.
And he definitely puts a lot of Anheuser flex on that, and he gets that late tree kick too.
And you don't really want to be over to the left there. There's just a lot more trees between you and the basket.
So it looks like Fish is trying the roller again, and without that might have been pin high.
That's what I was thinking. I could see why you would want to throw a roller here with that left to right going, and then if that thing flips up and goes to the right.
So I do like seeing the fact that he threw that again this hole.
He adjusted.
Exactly. And that's how you know someone is really dialed in on their game, because they're able to see those little mistakes and fix them.
And same to Gregg right there. He tried to throw a roller first round. He probably knew that wasn't his best bet. He comes out there, throws a different type of shot. He's right up there with Andrew.
That's going to be stable enough to come on over.
Yeah, just a little bit to the left. They still have a little bit of work there.
But he leaves himself open for some success.
He'll be able to run it just outside the circle. As Matt looks like he's kind of doing the same route here. Maybe a little more overstable.
He's going to find himself close to them as well.
Yeah, almost same spot there.
So what does Gregg have up his sleeve here?
So he's definitely in a better spot than he was
definitely
last
cleaner.
round. So this should be just a pretty routine upshot. It's coming in, yeah. Kind of loses there for a second, but he parks it. That's going to be a tap-in birdie for him.
Andrew found himself in this weird contorted spacing here. Based off of the footing, he just couldn't get a positive read, anything other than what we just saw here, but it looks like he was not bothered by it too much.
No, the way this man finesses these discs and throws them on these angles is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you would think that this is like his local course.
Yeah, the way he's just been tearing it up here. Bell's gonna run it and just hits the cage.
Yeah, a little low, a little short. But this should be tap-in area for the remainder of them. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell. All of those subscribes and follows, we really appreciate them. Everyone counts. And we don't want you to miss anything that we're bringing to you.
Yeah, they all mean something for us. We're going to finish up hole 2 here. So, a couple birdies, a couple pars. Actually flip-flopped here, so now Andrew and Gregg get the birdies. Both Matt and Colten are going to be taking the pars.
Interesting.
So 1 under through the round so far. So we're going to move into hole 3. Hole 3 is as a backhand, just a pretty standard hyzer shot over the water. I would say this is an ace run hole. If you're able to get over there.
From either position. We've mentioned it already, but coverage of ours has captured an ace on this fairway already.
And can't really do much better other than an ace with that one right there.
Yeah, that is pretty much. That's just a reach over tap in.
I would say Fish is feeling it now. He's kind of leaving off where he was round 1. So just so you know, we did do 2-a-days here. So this is after round 1. We did play round 2 same day on Saturday. So that might play a factor for some of these players here, these touring pros who might be more used to just doing tee times in one round a day.
Absolutely. And going back to the shot of Barsby, his just came a little short, but we were able to see the green flag from the spotter
over there.
And it looks like we got another green as well for Colten.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely throw it in the water here, even though it's kind of like a hyzer shot, right to left. The water's over there to the right. Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That could have been in danger of rolling forward, where, yes, you're getting progress in movement, but getting a stroke too, potentially. But that's going to be a little short for him for his up. I know that he probably wanted to be pin high, but...
Yeah, within his range, just...
So almost he was only within 20 feet forward of the short tee.
Yeah, really. So Gregg, that was pretty uncharacteristic. I wasn't really expecting him to kind of throw it right into that tree there.
Yeah, that's 2 tough breaks in a row on this one hole for him.
Colten just running it.
Yeah, from this angle it looks like it was dead on, but
we have Gregg here who still has a lot of room to cover for his par. And I would say, as long as, even off your tee shot, kind of where Gregg is now, if you're landing there, you want to run it. There's a lot of wood chips and sand over here. It's a pretty slow green overall.
And he was running it.
Yeah.
Just a little short left.
I mean, if you weren't here for round 1, that is the motto, unofficially, for Gregg Barsby, is to just run it. So Matt Bell's able to save his par. It's good to see from him.
After a tee shot like he had, I would feel comfortable with, securing a par.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about mottos here, I would say that's a Gatekeeper motto. Play for par, guys.
Let us know if you want T-shirts that say that. We're trying to figure out next steps for merchandising. What would you guys be into?
Yeah. Is that a good tagline? So we know we have a lot of rec fans out there. Gregg's going to take the bogey. That's going to put him back at even. Fish tapping in a beautiful birdie. Now, I know at this point in the tournament, there's still a lot to play. How would you feel taking a bogey on a hole that traditionally you should be able to take a par on, or even a birdie?
I would feel as though I need to show up heavily on the next couple holes just to make up for it.
Yeah.
One to be even, and then another one for punishment.
There you go. Or if you want to, you could take an eagle here on this par 4, sitting at 558. Just a standard hyzer out there to that open space. Another hyzer into those trees there. Once again, a pretty slow green, but you can get it to skip. As Fish is doing basically what we said here, just throwing it right out there.
Yeah, a little shorter than what I was expecting from him, but good placement nonetheless.
Yeah, you could elect to just throw it shorter like he did there, maybe even just throw it straight and still be able to maintain to make that ground up, because it is a pretty short hole. And I think we spoke about how not all the par 4s here are that long, but they're very technical.
Absolutely.
And just the way that you have the angles of the disc, the types of shots, like you said, placement. It's placement golf.
Yeah, the par 4s are definitely placements. The par 3s are ones that you should be birdieing.
Mm-hmm. Matt's getting some love there. Great.
Gets a little double skip. That's nice.
That's a great spot to be. Obviously, the more distance you can chew off, the better.
Yeah, and we have the champ here last on the box, so it's a tough go of it for round 2 here for Gregg.
He kind of hits that hillside, kind of stops him dead. He still has a little bit of work. Farthest from the tee, or farthest from the pin here.
Which is not always necessarily a bad thing. But we definitely want to make up some ground here, so let's see if he can.
Yeah,
and
looking good from the hand.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful shot from Gregg.
I'm excited to see what type of shot Colten elects to shoot here.
Very similar, going for probably that little skip.
Yeah, kept it a little too tight, but it bounces it right up.
I don't know what he has in those discs or the way he's throwing them, but they hit off the trees really well. I need to maybe pick me up some disc craft.
Discmania.
Oh, he's Discmania? That's true.
Yeah.
Well, a Discraft disc can do that as well. So. Andrew Fish just showing why he's killing this course right now. Matt Bell trying to replicate. He almost hit one of those little sand things that Villa was talking about.
Yeah, but he's going to find himself within putting range, just like the rest of them. So you know what that means, folks. Now that we have some downtime, let's go ahead and visit our Facebook page. We got all our updates going there. We post some really fun content. Our contests up. I said updates, but that's how important they are.
Yeah, you get to see kind of behind the scenes of just us and our lives. See some of our Instagram on there, some photos, some videos, some fun stuff, live streams.
Our personal accounts kind of intertwine all of our Gatekeeper ones, so feel free to drop us a line on our personals as well. Say hello. We try to be as friendly as possible.
So that's a turkey for Fish. Took that par on hole 1, and he's just been picking up steam ever since.
Well, all right. I like it.
That's one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind.
Ain't bad.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Big shout out to Millennium Discs for just sticking with us all season, making all this possible. So thank you. Please go check them out. So moving to hole 5. 390-foot hyzer shot. That's probably what we're going to see here with some OB, both left and right.
Yeah, so obviously as a righty player, your very obvious play is going to be to hover over that line to the right and then have it just kind of either dump right before or right after that tree.
Yeah, I would almost even just throw it right at the tree and just expect it to maybe hit it. Looks like, yeah, exactly what Colten just did right there. The only thing with that is obviously it could fall behind the tree. Now you're straddling, but
it could also hit hard enough or high enough on the branches where it could push you OB as well.
That is true.
Let's see.
I can't even make it there on a hyzer shot, so that'll never happen. But Matt Belkin, he's putting that, I think, right inside the circle.
Yeah, right aligned with it, right in the middle of the fairway. So that's a really good shot by him.
Greg's still last on the box here.
That's going to be the line that is going to look the most positive, and that's why.
Beautiful shot. I think we forgot to bring it up, but we had a star frame on the last hole. Actually, now that I think about it, I just want to give a big shout out to them.
So Fish with a turkey going into a star frame. The star frame made his turkey run.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. And we got he's 4 in a row.
Yeah,
on fire.
4 down through 5 here. And he's just showing why he's leading this tournament right now. As this is definitely within Matt Bell range.
Yeah, and he gets it. He shows us why he is on tour.
Yeah, this is a solid hole here. I like this hole. It's far enough for a par 3 to really make you have to work for it.
Thank you very much, Colten, for backing out of the shot. Being camera aware is a talent in and of itself. We really appreciate you, man.
Hashtag save the cameraman.
As Fish walks across frame.
So Colten preventing the star frame there. So we almost had back-to-back. That would have been really nice to see as Fish is, starting to turn into the Andrew Fish show here. So
I'm really excited to see what we got here. We had Barsby throw a monster shot on this hole for round 1. Mm-hmm. So we got 2 new additions to the card. So I'm really curious to see what type of lineup we have for placement here.
Yeah, and it looks like this is staying a little more to the left of the fairway. That's personally where I would want to be. Almost kind of exactly where Fish is there. That's kind of where the biggest mouth or opening is to
I would
at
agree.
Least hit the green.
For sure. And we saw MJ land a really nasty putt from that area that's more open on that left side. So
for sure,
we've seen what's possible.
The only issue that can come into play is, there it is a low ceiling over there. There's some overhanging trees. Me being a lefty, it would be a little harder for me to kind of hold that line. Matt Bell gets down there right on the fairway. That's kind of what you want to do. There is OB there to the right, but these guys should be able to trust these discs enough to throw them over that OB. As Greg's lining up, it looks like that's his Scorp. Series plastic is that one.
It holds in the middle there pretty good for him.
Ooh. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
That ceiling.
They kind of just stick out there. You might not even realize that you're that close to him.
So the newcomer on the card is last on the box, but let's see what he's got.
This is a crush.
Yeah,
that's an absolute. That's
I'm gonna be honest. This might be the hot drive for this hole out of the entire tournament.
Yeah, Colten, what disc did you throw there? If you are watching, if you could leave that in the comment, that would be great. Because that was an amazing shot. That just hyzered the whole time.
And Gregg hits that branch there, but it still does not stop it from going up to the green. He's gonna be putting uphill, but.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of that mound there, but should be able to make it. His bells is a little higher.
He's on the second tier.
Yeah, that's a good spot to be.
For sure.
And just look how Fish just gives it that ultimate throw.
Yeah, he just needed a little more height on it, but I think he was probably a little nervous about that overhanging branch.
Yeah.
So Colten on his second shot. After that monster drive, let's see if he can have his approach carry up and find him success here.
That was a nice shot.
Second
at that point,
that's
you got to kind of run that. If you have an eagle opportunity, especially on this hole, I think hole 6 being a pretty tough par 4.
Yeah, and if you really are dialed into what your bag is, and you know what disc selection makes sense for you, why not?
It makes sense. So Fish is able to sink that, and once again, that's 5 in a row.
Wow.
It's 5 through 6.
That is quite the run.
Yeah. So Gregg looks like he was about to play ready golf. Ran up there.
Or maybe he couldn't see what the
Like
placement
where he
was. Yeah.
if he maybe went over. So Colton's going to knock this in, and the rest should be pretty routine. So, folks, when you have a chance, head over to that Patreon page. That is where you can support us financially. It helps us do what we need to do.
Like the patron of the arts.
Yeah.
Just like that. Your donations help us do and create the content that you enjoy consuming.
And that we love to make. As Gregg's actually going to be the only one there preventing the star frame. We've had quite a few of those so far, and different people each time kind of preventing that.
Yeah, but that's coverage that I like to watch because it's up and down on that scale. We're going to see a flex and varying assortment of skill sets.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Whose Swiss Army knife is better?
Well, apparently right now it's Andrew Fish. He looks like he's getting very close to parking.
Comes up a little shorter than his ace run last round.
Yeah. So let's see if he's able to capitalize on that. So this is being the other water hole on the course here on the front 9. This is definitely an ace run hole.
Yeah, that's flexes back. That's looking nice, and it does. And I thought it was going to be up on the platform with the pin.
That would have been something. Bullseye. Beautiful shot there from Matt. So Colten looks like is that? Nah, I thought that was the Wu-Tang disc. No, he has one.
Hits a tree, and
yeah, that's going OB.
It's a tough shot.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And so there is a drop zone here, so he will be shooting from the drop zone.
And that's tough to shoot from in order to get a par.
Yeah, because you're throwing over the water still. It's like almost basically a short tee.
And Gregg sees something very similar, and he's just right off to the lie, showing some frustration. But he is still working with, playing that lie and not having to get to the drop zone.
Losing that stroke on the OB can make or break you.
Because we see here the approach is going to put him within range.
Yeah, he's going to be able to take a par here where he's running it.
Yeah, and that's the type of approach shot I'm looking to see from that angle.
That was beautiful. Textbook. Andrew's well inside the circle, and he misses. That's uncharacteristic on his end.
Shooting uphill, anticipating shooting upward.
Yeah, as he's just going to come over here and tap this in. So, funny enough, on hole 7, which is a traditionally pretty easy hole, the man who's leading has parred both rounds.
Yeah, talk about statistics.
Yeah, they don't make sense. Numbers, words.
How do they work? How do they work?
So Barsby's able to at least save his par here. Colten, unfortunately, is going to have to knock in that bogey. That was the first OB we've seen all tournament. Yeah, there was none in round 1. So I've seen a lot more bogeys so far. As Matt's the lone birdie. And well-deserved, and that's going to put him at 5 under. He's tied with Fish now. So this is starting to heat up here, getting close to the end of this front 9.
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved that want that title.
Yeah.
This first A-tier title for Stafford Open.
Yeah, and like we said, there's a lot of good pros out here. It's anyone's game. So we move into hole 8. Pretty easy par 4 in the grand scheme of things for distance-wise, only 354 feet. You really just want to throw a big hyzer shot like what Matt's doing here. And you cut a lot of that distance off right there.
Yeah, even with the tree hit, he still finds himself well within good placement.
Now, you can, if you want, if you don't have the distance, you can kind of throw just like a straighter shot, maybe a putter, just straight ahead. But most people, you really want to just kind of get as much distance as you want. Because you could even cut a lot of it off by throwing it to the left.
I love seeing the discs land and then still spin on the ground. That's so cool.
So it looks like Gregg put his hair down from the bun. His is... Whew.
If that tree was not there, we would have Seen Matt have to dodge some plastic.
Yeah, but he's like an old wise disc golfer from the course. I don't know. He might have like a force field around him.
The course is protecting him.
Yeah. So Colten, like I was saying, you can really go to the left there and cut a lot of that distance off and still land in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, and it's a shame he kind of met up with that log there, because
Yeah.
he'd have had at least another 25, 30 feet of distance.
But he's able to get that right inside the circle and should be able to make a putt for bird. Matt Bell.
He's keeping it sharp. That was really tight on that tree and clipped it just barely, but we should be able to see an easy putt for him.
So we have 2 inside the circle here. Gregg was running. Sorry, folks, I forgot to zoom out there. Like, oh no.
Let's see what Fish has in store for us here.
Is he running it? There's that ultimate
He puts
style.
a lot of spin on that. Yeah.
But it works. It's a really good way to kind of place that disc. So Gregg's going to be running this for the bird.
With a pretty deep straddle, too.
Yeah.
Keeping it low. Range of motion is a lot less. But he's able to...
Sinks it.
Yeah, he's able to commit.
And you saw that went through the chains. That would have been something. So he's able to capitalize, as Colten should do the same here. So while all these guys are tapping in for a star frame, make sure you go over to our Instagram page. It's all of our behind the scenes photos, videos, fun stuff, all that stuff. Check it out. So what are your thoughts going into the final hole?
I would say, honestly, it's a tight match. Now knowing that both Matt and Fish take birdies here, they're at each other's throat.
They're neck and neck. I mean, you're about halfway through the tournament at this point. So we do have another star frame, so big shout out to these guys. But at this point, I mean, you start thinking you're going towards the back end of the tournament. This is where you make
Matt, I think that Matt is hoping that Fish is going to start losing a couple.
Yeah, on the back
like
nine.
Missing a couple and getting a couple extra strokes on him, because he's still leading by 2 overall.
So me personally going into this, I would probably play a little more aggressive if I were Matt going into the back nine. That's just my style, because I personally don't think Fish is going to make a mistake. So like you were saying, expecting him to kind of lose those, I don't know if that's going to happen.
See, I would personally say that because it's so close, and knowing that this is the back nine for round 2, like going into back 9 for round 2, there's still a whole nother round to play. So I would say play consistent, play smart, and then get aggressive final round depending on the standings there, because then you have a whole fresh set of 18 to really make your mark. Yeah.
So we'll see. We're not out there, so
There's a reason why we film it
Yeah.
and not play it. But after viewing a lot of disc golf, that's just my interpretation.
Colten once again just kind of finds a gap that isn't really there, cutting a lot of the distance and making it through somehow.
Listen, I don't even know. I'm local and I don't even get that type of love here.
So Colten, whatever you're doing out here to these trees, please share the wealth.
Let's see, you're gonna get a kick eagle on this one now.
He's gonna hit the stump and it's gonna go in. As it's a pretty traditional up there, he's gonna have to settle for par. Matt
Chains out to the left.
Kissing the chains, weak side.
All right.
Fish capitalizes, and that's what I'm talking about here. This is the Fish show. He is on fire. Hey, let's give him one.
Yeah. Let's rewind that for you. Such a clean putt, too.
Yeah, his style it's really fun to watch. Just having that ultimate background, it's very unique.
It's sharp.
Yeah,
It's very sharp.
you can just tell his form is on point.
Colten with his push putt, securing that par.
Yeah, the rest of these guys are going to tap in par here to finish this out. As funny enough, after all this, Andrew Fish, 7 under through 9.
Again.
Same as round 1. He started with a par, put it together, I think, 6 straight.
Let's also say that round 1 started 10 through 18 for the front. So we now know that it is possible for him to shoot a 14 down.
Yeah.
Technically.
If we go back to those statistics, 7 down on this side, 7 down on the other side. Let's see if he's going to break that.
So that may change the way that Matt thinks about this now.
All we know is that right now, Andrew Fish is putting one together. Make sure you come back for the back 9. See how this all plays out for round 2.
Catch you later, folks.